For this problem, it's a word problem, so we have to set up a series of equations to get a solution. So first we know that new video games cost more than used video games, right? So when we're solving for the price of new, that's a way for us to check our work. If we're getting a lower cost, then we know we made a mistake somewhere along the way. So all used video games cost the same, all new video games cost the same, right? That just means that we could use a variable to represent each. So let's set up our first equation using Omar. Omar says that he spent $84 and he bought 4, let's use used for used, and he bought 2 new, and I'm going to use N for new. Sally spent 78, right? But they bought 6 used, and that was 1 new. Let's just put N, right? And we know that Janet has $120 to spend. Here we have a typical situation. We have 2 equations and 2 unknown. So we want to do systems of equations. And here I suggest doing the following. Substitution. We have an N by itself, so let's solve it in the form of N. To do that, right, change the color. We want to subtract 6u on both sides, right? That gives me 70 minus 6u is equal to N. And now I could take this part of my equation and plug it in for N in another one of my equations. How does that look like? Let's rewrite it as 84 equals 4u plus 2. And now I'll have my parentheses. And this is where this is going to go. We have 78 minus 6u. Okay? Now my next step. Let's distribute. Right? That's 156 minus 12u plus 4u equals 84. Right, at this point we could combine like terms where we have a 4u and a minus 12u. Right, we get negative 8u by 6, and that's all equal to 84. And we continue to solve. Subtract 156, subtract 156. Right here, when you subtract that, you could just check your work by doing d6 minus 84. You get 2. 15 minus 8 is 7. So you get negative 72 is equal to negative 8u. Last but not least, divide by negative 8. Right? And that should give you that u is equal to $9. So we know the price of used games are $9. Right? Now that we have one variable, we could go in and plug it back into an equation that we already have. And I'm going to use the $78 equation. And I'm going to plug in 9 for you. Right? And here we get 54 plus N, 78. And all we have to do is subtract 54. Okay? We get a final answer. 24 is the price of a new game. Okay. So we did all this. And we still haven't even talked about Janet's $120. It says, how many used games can she purchase if she buys 3 new video games? So we know the price of video games. So we want to do 24 times 3, right? And that should give me 72. And then I just want to do 120 minus 72, right? And that should give me 48. So at this point, she has $48 left. And we want to divide by the price of used video games, which is 9. Okay? And we know that it goes into it 5 times, because 9, 5 is equal to 45. So that's the most it goes in. So the final answer that she can buy is 5 used video games.